A brief programming reminder, up next is Dog vs. Dog, the show where an adult moderates a debate between two stuffed animals. The question under consideration today, has police brutality gotten out of control in the US? Stay tuned to this channel tomorrow morning at this time for You Had to Ask. Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Dog vs. Dog. Our topic in this episode, police brutality, something that we hear about all too often in the news. Joining me to debate this contentious and controversial subject, of course, is Stuffy. Stuffy is joining us live via webcam from the living room. How are you, Stuffy? Hello. And also joining us live via webcam from his Krav Maga dojo in downtown Hagerstown, Toby Benson. Toby, thanks for joining us. Glad to be here, baby. All right, we're going to get started with the debate. Stuffy, you have a prepared statement to read first, and then we will follow that up with a prepared statement from Toby Benson, and then we'll have a little bit of interaction. So, Stuffy, you're up, my friend. Take it away.
Thank you. Police brutality has gotten out of hand in the United States. This is not to say that things are worse in the U.S. than in other parts of the world, or that the U.S. is some sort of authoritarian police state where the general public is justified in viewing law enforcement as a threat to their personal safety and security. I still believe that police officers overall are conscientious and interested in serving and protecting the citizens of their communities. However, there are larger cultural and political forces at work, pushing law enforcement and its interaction with the public in the wrong direction. I will briefly summarize two such forces.
Yeah, we'll see how brief it is.
First, there is the militarization of local police departments. Thousands of cities and small towns across the country now have and make use of military weapons, vehicles, and other equipment, much of which was surplus which they received free of charge through a Department of Defense program. One of the justifications for allowing local police departments to equip themselves like armies was the war on drugs, which
is good for business. Toby Benson, your mic is on.
I know, baby.
Continue, Stuffy.
Which includes SWAT raids on potentially heavily armed suspects. The war on drugs and how it has been conducted is a problem in and of itself. But as we have seen recently in the events in Ferguson, Missouri, police find reasons other than the drug war to make use of this military equipment as well. Merely possessing these vehicles and weapons encourages excessive force, and the fact that many police officers have not received the same specialized training as a member of the military on how to operate these weapons and vehicles safely and properly doesn't help either. Second, they're
falling asleep, baby. Toby Benson, come on, this is Stuffy's time.
Oh, is my mic on? I'm sorry, baby.
Go on, Stuffy.
Second, there is the problem of racism. A disturbingly high number of incidents involving use of force by police involve white police officers and civilians who are members of racial minorities. Many African Americans feel that they are treated more harshly by law enforcement and the judicial system than are white people, and it is easy to see why they feel this way. Police mistreatment of African Americans in particular is so well known and has become so acceptable to us that concepts such as driving while black are often mined as a source of comedy.
That reminds me, I got a funny joke to tell you, baby. Ask me about it when we all done here.
Again, I must offer a reminder of the recent events in Ferguson, where a predominantly white police force was seen overreacting with undue force to protests from the predominantly African American community. Protests triggered by the fatal shooting of a black teenager by a white police officer. In conclusion,
about fucking time, baby.
Toby Benson! In conclusion, police brutality is a serious issue that must be addressed. It not only harms those who are the recipients of excessive or unjustified force from a police officer, it also harms both the public and law enforcement in general by fostering fear and mistrust between them. Both the citizens of the United States and the police, who, we should not forget, are also citizens, our friends, neighbors, and family, deserve to live and carry out their responsibilities in an atmosphere of trust and mutual respect. Thank you.
Nicely said, Stuffy. Toby Benson, something tells me you have something to say about this.
Yeah, okay. So here's the deal, baby. I was a police dog, as most of you know, and I learned real quick when I was on the streets and shit that if I didn't watch my own ass, wasn't nobody gonna watch it for me. So if I thought somebody was gonna fuck with me, I had to fuck with him first, baby. And nobody fucks with you like Toby Benson.
So are you saying that the things that Stuffy was talking about, the militarization of police, the excessive use of force, that these things are actually justified because of how dangerous an occupation being a police officer is?
Yeah, I'll buy that, baby.
Okay, is there anything else you want to add to your point? You didn't really say very much.
Nah, but I said all I needed to say, didn't I, baby? Toby Benson, what about racism? Oh, you're right about that, baby. That's definitely a thing. If you knew that racism and excessive force were problems in law enforcement, why did you become a police dog? Let me put it like this, baby. If there's two teams, and one team is always throwing its weight around and picking on people, and the other team is always getting thrown around and picked on, which team would you want to be on?
There is a certain cold-hearted pragmatism to that.
Thank you, baby.
So, if I understand your points correctly, Stuffy's position is that police brutality is a problem, that it is exacerbated by militarization and institutional racism, and that it erodes trust and respect between law enforcement and the general public. And Toby Benson's position is that police have a dangerous job and sometimes they have to do unpleasant things in order to protect us and themselves. Is that about right, Toby Benson?
Close enough, baby. Of course, now that I'm on the other side of the law, I still have a dangerous job, and I have pretty much the same philosophy.
So, what do you think? Do you agree with Stuffy, or do you agree with Toby Benson?
Or do you agree with me that if humans are smart enough to make their own laws, they ought to be smart enough to obey them without someone pointing a gun at their head or driving a tank through their house?
Millicent, we were just about to wrap up. If you want, I can make sure that you're invited to the next...
I have an opinion and I will be heard!
Okay.
I find your concepts of law and police to be offensive and barbaric. I am a husky, and huskies have no need for such patronizing institutions. We always act rightly because we are a superior breed.
So we should be more like huskies.
Huh! As if you could ever meet the high ethical standards exemplified in the conduct of every husky in the world.
If we can't measure up, why even bother?
Well, you could try. Aspire. Strive to be better than what you are.
Meaning more like you.
Exactly. You can continue to behave like a bunch of lazy mongrels, robbing and killing each other, having puppies left and right and living on the dole, smoking dope. Or you can follow a higher example, the example of the husky.
Okay then. That's our conversation for today. Thank you for watching. I hope we've given you something to think about, though I doubt it. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Why are you talking like that, baby?
I'm doing John Lovitz from Tales of Ribaldry.
It's stupid.
Well, I never know how to end it.